Sponsorships and partnerships. Now you might be thinking, okay, television companies pay FIFA billions because they make that money back through advertising. That makes sense. But then another question appears. If companies can simply advertise during the World Cup, why would they spend hundreds of millions of dollars just to become FIFA's official partner? The answer is surprisingly simple, because being associated with the FIFA World Cup is like putting your business on the world's biggest stage. Imagine your friend is getting married. It's a normal wedding with maybe 100 guests. You could sponsor the drinks, but honestly, who would notice? Now imagine that wedding somehow has 5 billion people watching it live around the world. Suddenly, sponsoring the drinks doesn't sound so crazy anymore. That's the World Cup. Companies don't just see football, they see the largest audience on earth. Take Coca-Cola, for example. They've been working with FIFA for decades. Every time the World Cup arrives, you'll see Coca-Cola almost everywhere. On stadium screens, fan zones, television commercials, social media campaigns, and promotional events. That's not an accident. It's a carefully planned business strategy. Now, here's the crazy part. Coca-Cola isn't paying because people suddenly become thirsty while watching football. They're paying because they want one thing to happen inside your mind: association. When billions of people celebrate football, Coca-Cola wants to become part of that celebration. It's actually brilliant marketing. Think about birthdays. Nobody tells you that you have to buy cake, yet somehow, every birthday ends with cake. The same thing happens here. Nobody says football equals Coca-Cola, but after decades of seeing them together, your brain starts connecting the two without even realizing it. That's exactly what sponsors pay for. Let's look at Adidas. Adidas has supplied the official World Cup match ball for decades. Every tournament introduces a brand new ball with a new name, a new design, and a huge marketing campaign. Millions of people suddenly want to own that exact football. Now think about this. The ball used during the final isn't magically better than every football sold in your local shop. It's the story attached to it. It's the idea that this is the same ball used by the world's greatest players on the biggest stage. People aren't just buying a football, they're buying a piece of history. And FIFA gets paid before the first ball is kicked. Then there's Visa. Have you ever noticed how companies fight to become the official payment partner of huge events? It's because whenever fans buy tickets, book hotels, purchase food, or buy souvenirs, billions of dollars are moving around the economy. Visa wants to be the company helping move that money. Again, they're not sponsoring because they love football. They're sponsoring customers. Now, let's talk about one of the funniest things in sports business. Imagine you're one of the richest companies in the world. You spend hundreds of millions of dollars sponsoring the FIFA World Cup. Then another company that didn't pay a single dollar starts making advertisements that make people think they're part of the tournament. That's called ambush marketing, and FIFA absolutely hates it. Imagine paying for VIP seats at a concert only for someone to climb over the fence and sit beside you for free. You'd be furious. That's exactly how official sponsors feel. That's why FIFA protects its sponsors so aggressively. If Coca-Cola pays to become an official World Cup partner, FIFA makes sure competitors can't simply sneak into the spotlight without paying. Because if that happened, companies would stop buying sponsorships altogether. Now, here's something most fans never realize. The companies sponsor FIFA aren't actually gambling. They've done the math. Before spending hundreds of millions of dollars, they've studied customer behavior, television audiences, online engagement, social media trends, and global sales projections. If the numbers didn't make sense, they wouldn't spend the money. These are some of the smartest marketing teams on the planet, and yet, every 4 years, they keep coming back. That tells you everything. Think about luxury brands for a second. Why do companies like Louis Vuitton create special trophy cases for the World Cup? They're not trying to sell a suitcase to football players, they're borrowing prestige. If the world's most famous trophy is carried inside a Louis Vuitton case, suddenly the brand becomes part of one of the greatest sporting moments in history. That's marketing you can't buy with an ordinary television commercial. By this point, FIFA has already made billions from broadcasters. Now, it's collecting hundreds of millions more from companies desperate to stand beside the biggest sporting event on earth. And the tournament hasn't even started yet. That's the genius of FIFA's business model. It earns money before fans buy tickets, before the first goal is scored, before the referee blows the opening whistle. But believe it or not, FIFA still has another money machine waiting, because once millions of fans start traveling to the tournament, buying jerseys, collecting souvenirs, and paying for VIP experiences, another river of money begins flowing, and that's exactly where we're heading next.